Why do investors lose money when they're investing in real estate? It's usually because of one thing. Either they have bad tenants that are not paying their monthly rent and have been living there for months, if not years, or the second reason is they bought the wrong property in the wrong location. When you're looking to invest here in Abbotsford, you can mitigate your risk of losing money and maximize your chances of winning. In today's video, we'll talk about the top 5 mistakes you want to avoid when you're buying your first or fourth investment property. Let's get into it right away. Before we get on with today's content, I do have to ask you, if you want to be the first to learn about what's happening in your Abbotsford real estate market, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe button. The first mistake people make is they have the wrong purpose. The other words are the wrong why or thesis. And here's what I mean, folks. Usually when you're thinking about buying an investment property, you need a purpose for why you're thinking of investing. And this why is usually you're investing for financial security, financial freedom, to generate passive income, or to build wealth for your children. But the people that lose in real estate have the wrong purpose. The purpose might be that they're trying to make a quick buck. So if you are looking to invest, always before you get started, you need to identify your why, and your why needs to align with your long-term and short-term investing goals. Number 2, they miss all the steps involved when investing in real estate. Some of the steps involved when you're investing in real estate is identifying your thesis, identifying the location you want to invest in, identifying the key members on your real estate team, identifying the type of property and the area that you want to invest in. The other steps involved are identifying if you want to rent out your investment property yourself, or do you want to have a property manager on your team that handles all the stress and risk for you. Another important step people miss here is getting pre-approved. It doesn't matter if you're buying your first home or investment property. Before you start looking at properties in person, you need to get pre-approved. Once you're pre-approved, you are done 50% of the home buying journey. Number 3, they lack patience. And what I mean here, folks, is when you're investing in real estate and the stock market for the long term, usually people are investing for the long term and they require the skill of patience, which means that in the short term, you're going to have markets that go up and down. The minimum holding window you should have when you're invested in Abbotsford real estate is a minimum of 5 years, or you should adopt Owen Bigland's golden holding rule of holding on to that piece of property for 8 to 10 years. Here's what's going to happen if you can hold on to your property for that long. You're going to notice that there are a lot of market fluctuations in the short term, but over the long term, real estate prices do go up. And the second thing is, you have time and compound working in your effort, and you're going to notice significant price appreciation for your investment. Number 4, investing in the wrong property or wrong location. When you're investing in real estate, we always hear the word location, and location matters, and the type of property you're investing in matters. If you are someone that has a large down payment, I'm always going to recommend that you buy a detached home, and here's the reason why. Detached homes historically have appreciated a lot faster in comparison to townhomes and apartments. The main reason why detached home prices continue to outpace the price appreciation of townhomes and condos is because the value of the dirt gets more and more expensive each year. Another thing to keep in mind is majority of the development with the OCP is happening around central Abbotsford or around the Mill Lake area. There's a very good reason that you should be looking to buy an investment property there as opposed to buying something out on Sumas Mountain or something that's away from amenities and has a low walking score. Number 5, the most common mistake of them all, finding the wrong tenants. Folks, if you don't have any experience of dealing with tenants or looking for tenants, it doesn't matter if you buy your first, third, or fourth investment property. It's a really good idea that you have the right realtor on your team that can introduce you to the right property manager, or they can educate you on how you can find the right tenant. Another common mistake that happens with new investors is they buy their first investment property, take possession, and now they're worried about their monthly mortgage payments. So they put it up on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace for rent. But here's the main mistake that they make. They'll have their ad for 1 to 2 days and they'll rent their property to the first applicant that comes their way. And here's the mistake they make, folks. If they had waited a week or 2 or at least 3 weeks, they would have been able to do their due diligence. They would have had more people for viewings through the door, and they would have had a better pool of applicants they could have chose from. When you hear about real estate investing, a lot of that is associated with people that have lost money from having the wrong tenant or buying a property in the wrong location. You can still mitigate your risk as an investor where you invest for the long term and maximize your returns. Click on the video on the side because I'm going to walk you through the different steps that you need to consider and do before you buy your first or fourth investment property. If you found today's content valuable, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe button. I'm Gary Dhindsa, and I'll see you next week.